Hi guys, MrRoflWaffles here. Yesterday, Treyarch uploaded the first preview trailer for the DLC 1 map pack, Awakening. It has multiplayer gameplay in it, we don't care about that. It has zombies gameplay in it, and oh boy, we care about that. There's a lot of stuff to digest from the trailer, seeing as it's a completely new setting to any we've experienced before. Namely a castle in Austria. If you want to be specific, it's based on Hohenwerfer Castle. So because of all the new info, the first video I posted was a general breakdown covering all the main points. I said in that video that I would then dive into more specific things later on at later dates, and this is one of those later dates. Today, we're taking a deep dive into a secret that I haven't seen mentioned yet in the segment of the trailer focusing on Der Eisendrache. First, some context. Before Black Ops 3 came out, I posted a video speculating that there may well be giant robots in The Giant. Now that the game has been out for a month and a half, hearing a statement like that isn't really that peculiar. But at the time, thinking about it logically, it didn't really make sense for that to be the case. Think about it. If you've got Origins, where these giant robots are all over the place, and then you've got 20 years or so, and then you've got the events of The Giant, and you still have giant robots all over the place, what the hell's been happening in the meantime, and why the hell is a Second World War even happening if Germany has giant robots on its side? Anyway, I posted the video, and I found a promotional image that I believe came from GameStop or something like that, showing none other than a giant robot head in the background of the map. And that's exactly what we see when we play. In fact, there's a whole giant robot back there, and it's sort of submerged in the ground a little bit, and its head is detached and hanging above its body, attached to a crane. When I was looking through the Der Eisendrache trailer, frame by frame, as I always do, as you guys are surely aware by now, something peculiar caught my eye.
Easter egg, Easter egg, Easter egg, Easter egg, Easter egg. Oh, by the way, did I mention the giant robots?
What on earth was that? Okay, getting back to what I was saying, it looks like there's something very peculiar on the map. And that peculiar thing is a giant robot. If you look at all the shots in the trailer individually, you might notice that they all face one specific direction. What do I mean by this? Well, we get one single shot looking down towards the village, which is at the base of the mountain, at the top of which the map is set. Everything else, including the original promotional image they used to announce the map, shows us some rockets, shows us a bit of leg, a bit of mountain, a bit of castle, but doesn't show us the exact angle we need to be able to see where this giant rests. However, the one shot looking down the mountain at the village provides us with just enough info to go on to say that it looks like there's a giant there. I'm going to stop blueballing you now and show you the damn giant. Take a look at this shot here. We've got the village, we've got the rockets, but we've also got a giant robot. It's just lying down there on its front by the looks of things. You can see its visor is lit up, and I'm going to play this clip a couple of times so that we get a really good look at it. Originally, when I spotted this, I saw the visor and thought, holy guacamole, there's a giant robot. Wow! But then I thought, hold on, no, maybe it's just something else. Maybe it's some kind of installation in the wall, in the mountain. And then I saw its leg and I was like, right, yep, it actually is. They actually put a giant robot in the map. They actually went and did it.
Oh, by the way, did I mention the giant robots?
I don't know about you guys, but I think this is hype as hell, and I'm super duper happy to have spotted it. As such, if you're liking the video so far, drop a like, and let me know in the comments if you think that this could be part of an Easter egg or some kind of side quest when we're playing on the map. Do you think we're going to be able to interact with the giant in some way? There are no doubt a couple of you guys sitting there going, Milo, that's not a giant robot, you absolute filthy watermelon, it's something else entirely. If you think that's the case, then sure, I'm open to suggestions. But honestly, I think it really looks like a giant robot. Just look at the leg, look at the way its foot is connected to the rest of its leg, look at its head, look at that visor, that specific visor. Go back to Origins and take a look at how they look on that map. Take a look on the giant at the giant robot when it's firing its laser beam and unlocking a perk for you. Just take a look, and in my opinion, they match pretty damn perfectly. Now, there are some inconsistencies, and by that I mean you can see a slight change to the design of the robot, which is actually really interesting. It doesn't make it any less likely to be a giant, It just means that we have to reconsider a little bit when trying to fit this theme into the story. We've now seen these giants over and over again across what seems like quite a large time period, and so it actually gives us a rough idea of when this map is likely to be set, because until now, we haven't really had an idea of that. We can speculate and say, oh, maybe it's set in the 20th century, but we haven't really had any evidence for that. Now, we do. We've obviously got the iron crosses everywhere, that's some evidence, but we also have the fact that we know these giants are operational between World War I and World War II, and during both of those wars as well. From this, we can speculate that if Origins takes place in 1918, and there's at least a 2-year window between Origins and the Giant, and then this map, the Iron Dragon, also has those same Origins characters on it, and it's probably therefore going to be after the Giant, not necessarily in terms of actual time, but certainly chronologically, or at least I would assume so. So you could, ballpark, place this map around 1921? Something like that? Wouldn't be the most outlandish estimate in the world. That would be obviously taking into account the fact that they would have gone to the Giant, completed all that stuff, got extracted, and then come to this map. If, as you might speculate, that is not going to be the case, and these characters are going to be before the Giant, then things get really weird, because it would have to be before Richtofon's period of absence from the crew, otherwise it wouldn't have been a period of absence, so it would have to be directly after Origins, but before Richtofon decided to split off and go and search for the summoning key. But in my opinion, that doesn't make sense in terms of the story, because Richtofon goes off and searches for the key, and one of the locations that is written that he's been searching in, seemingly, is this map. So it's a little bit of a brain bender there, but I think you guys get the point about what I'm saying, which is that this map quite likely is set after the Giant. I think we can quite confidently say that, and there's a good chance it's set sometime between 1920 and 1946 there. That's a very safe bet. We know that 115 has only recently been discovered in this universe as well, and so there's a good chance it's nearer the start of that range, and so I reckon 1921, 1922 is a good ballpark date. Let's call it 1922 for now. That would explain why there's a giant robot near this castle. The giant robot would presumably be there to protect the site or something like that, maybe from attack, maybe to enforce it in case anyone came and tried to steal the 115 or something along those lines. 115 is a scarce resource, and so you want to protect it with as much firepower as you have if you've got a big deposit of it. That's exactly what they've got in Austria here, near Werfen, in Hohenwerfer Castle, and thus, the Germans are going to have a robot standing by just in case someone tries to pull off a sneaky maneuver. One last thing I want to say about this, if we go back to the Origins map, which obviously came out in 2013, so it came out a fair while ago now, you might remember that there is a robot in a very similar stance to this one we're seeing here. Check it out, there's a picture on your screen right now. It's sort of lying down on its front, it's clearly fallen over and can't get up, and it's pretty much dead. It's not really going anywhere anytime soon. Now that robot is destroyed. It's actually burning. It's not in a very good state. But the robot on this map, on Der Eisendrache, might be functional, sort of. There might be a way to activate certain parts of its body, to get it to do something or other, to interact with it. We really don't know right now. It seems weird that they would include something so momentous in the map and have it do nothing. It obviously does something in the Giant, and as such, it might do something here as well. I have been MrRoflWaffles. Hopefully you guys are appreciative of this pretty bonkers find. I'm certainly excited to see where this may lead. If you're excited too, then, well, we're in the same boat. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, then leave a like. If you haven't, let me know why in the comment section down below. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh, and PS, I wanted to just tag this on the end. I'm on Christmas break right now, but I'm studying mega hard for my exams, which start on January 11th and finish towards the end of January, so I will be covering this map pack on my channel, don't get me wrong, but I'm right now working crazy hard on studying, and so if my videos slow down a little bit, then please don't blame me. I'm doing everything I possibly can to bring you guys content as soon as possible and keep it as high grade as I possibly can make it. So thank you guys for sticking with me along the way. Your support has been amazing over the last couple of weeks and months, and I can't thank you enough, really. It's been great. So thanks, like I've said, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.